There's been a lot of things going on in Chowchilla since we last met in 2019. A lot of new and exciting things, and unfortunately also having to deal with COVID. COVID has had significant impacts to a lot of people and businesses in our community, and as the city, we tried to assist any way that we could. Our city council approved the use of our general fund reserves to provide grants to over 40 small businesses in town just to try and ease some of the financial burden of COVID. The city also worked directly with Caltrans to obtain a blanket conditional use permit for all businesses located on Robertson Boulevard so they could operate outdoors. This was a significant thing because typically a business has to do that on their own, and that takes a lot of time, energy, and even money. But the city was able to get that done for all businesses at once at no cost to them. As for the impacts to the city, we originally anticipated a roughly 20% decrease in some of our revenue sources due to COVID, but after going through the first year of COVID, we didn't experience that. Most of our significant revenue sources had no impacts or minimal impacts at best. On to a brighter note, I want to talk a little bit about Measure In, which is our local public safety sales tax measure that was approved by the voters in November 2018, and we started receiving funds in April of 2019. 100% of the funds go directly to public safety, to our fire and police departments. So far, we've been able to increase our services by adding 6 new positions, 2 police officers, a detective, code enforcement officer, a community services officer, and a fire inspector. We were also able to utilize Measure In funds to make some much needed capital improvements. Our fire station is currently going through an expansion. We're going to add 4,500 square feet, which will add 3 bays for equipment and an additional training room. Our police department is also currently undergoing a perimeter security upgrade where we're installing fencing around the outside of the police department building, which we have never had before, and it's been a long time coming. We've also been able to upgrade a lot of our outdated equipment. The fire department is getting a new fire engine. Police department has also been able to upgrade some of their older vehicles as well. All in all, the city's been able to weather the impacts of COVID-19 fairly well, and we're extremely fortunate to have Measure In to be able to provide the services to our community.
Public Works has completed a lot of successful projects for the city of Chowchilla this year, including the reconstruction of Road 16 from 5th Street to 152 in coordination with the county. This road is used quite extensively by the residents of the city of Chowchilla, and it was a much needed improvement that provides for safer road and safer travel for our residents. One of our large projects that we completed was for the benefit of our water system to ensure that we have a reliable supply of water. And that's the construction of our second water storage tank and booster pump station near Highway 99. This is a 750,000 gallon tank with 3 booster pumps in it that helps push water out to Green Hills area and allows us to maintain optimal water pressure in our system. Because of these improvements, we were able to ensure that we have a constant water pressure supply and fire backup, which allowed our fire rating to increase, which benefited our residents and allowed their fire insurance rates to drop.
There's a lot of great things that are happening within economic development right now. We are seeing a lot of growth in all sectors, residential, commercial, and industrial. In the industrial sector, we have 2 projects moving forward. One is Project Sunset, and the other is a hydrogen fuel plant facility. Project Sunset is a 500,000 square foot distribution center that is being built along Chowchilla Boulevard, which you'll be able to see along Highway 9 corridor once construction starts. The hydrogen fuel plant facility will also be located just south of Project Sunset. It will be a brand new facility and will be the first one located along Highway 9 between Sacramento and Bakersfield. Both these projects look to bring 400 jobs into the community. In the residential sector, if you drive through the city of Chowchilla, you can see many new residential starts that are being built just behind the Save Mart Shopping Center. Century Communities began construction on 2 subdivisions this past year. They start 8 new homes each month and have over 20 homes in escrow. And they look to build over 130 homes in our community before the end of 2022. The City Council has recently approved the Rancho Claire development, a mixed-use development with 35 acres of commercial land next to Robertson Boulevard and Highway 9 interchange. The development also has over 2,000 new single-family homes that will begin construction in the spring of 2022. We are pleased to start this project that has been in the works for the past 15 years. We look forward to a continued working relationship with the Pembroke Development team and the Pace family.